It's the world's largest gathering in support of Israel. In a few hours, the Israel Day Parade kicking off in New York City. And for the first time since it began 62 years ago, the city's own mayor won't be there. In February, the Democrat Socialist mayor also snubbing the city's 2.5 million Catholics when he skipped the installation mass for the new archbishop. But Mamdani still had plenty of time to host anti-Israel protester Mahmoud Khalil and to meet with a Holocaust-denying sheik and anti-Israel YouTuber, Ms. Rachel. Joining us now, former GOP New York City Council Minority Leader Joe Borelli, along with Jewish New York City activist and former Israel Day Parade Grand Marshal Ari Ackerman. Ari, great to have you both. Thanks for joining us this morning. Ari, I got to ask, it's, at some point when you look at the choices this mayor makes about snubbing the Catholics and now snubbing the Jews, you start to sort of think maybe there's a message going on here.
You think? Yeah, this is a mayor whose New York City's Jewish population is in fear right now. 10% of the population, yet 50% of the hate crimes against Jewish people right now. But this is the Israeli Day Parade. I am so excited about to go march in the parade, and this is a parade of unity. I'm so proud that my grandfather was a civil rights leader. He marched with Martin Luther King. I love that the panel. I love we're on here together. It's in my blood to do this. And we're so proud as Jewish New Yorkers to be able to live the freedom of religion that Western civilization provides and live in this amazing country where we're about to go march to show our support and pride in being Jewish and being pro-Israel.
Joe, you know how the city works and how it functions and how it needs to function. One of the things that Mamdani has an excuse he's given for why he's not going to go is his security concerns about it. What do you make of that?
Look, he should be concerned about getting heckled and booed, but his mentor, Bill de Blasio, to his credit, was a champion of getting booed at whatever parade he was at, and to his credit, showing up and showing support for a lot of communities. Look, I'm not the mayor. I don't have a book about how to be mayor, but if I did write one, the first thing would be to really treat New York's, self-segregated enclave, religious, ethnic enclaves in this city as very important. Two of the biggest ones, Jews and Catholics. You can't start off on the wrong foot where you've already sort of snubbed these groups if you want to expand your base. He won with a very small mandate. I mean, compared to Bill de Blasio. De Blasio got 75%. Mamdani got 50% in the hair. You want to expand that base, which I imagine he does, you got to show up, even if you disagree with the state of Israel, you got to show up for New York's Jews.
That's such a fantastic point, and I think a lot of people forget that Mamdani barely broke 50% here. And just as a political matter, I mean, I've covered politics for all my life, and, kissing babies and going to parades is kind of like 101. It's the easiest thing you get to do as a politician. What is he thinking?
There was no mandate. I hate even that word was even used, because this is a man who barely won the election. He has close to 1 million Jewish constituents that he claims to want to protect, yet every action that he does shows the exact opposite. But we're so grateful to New York City for allowing us to do this, to the New York Police Commissioner, Jessica Tisch, for saying what she said the other day, that she will be marching proudly, as we all will be today, in support of Israel, who is also a beacon of freedom in this world.
What is the message, Joe, that he's sending?
The message is that he's writing off a segment of New York that's very critical to the fabric of who this city is. You can go to any corner of any borough in any part of this city, and you can get a bagel with the lox, and you'll enjoy it. It's our staple breakfast food. Hint, Zohran, there's a lot of Jews in this city, a lot of progressive Jews who are open to your style of politics, and you're writing them off unnecessarily.
Don't forget the Jews in arts, culture, and sports also, not just our bagels.
Yeah, and also killer shoes there. Very impressive.
I'm ready to go to the parade. We're going right from here.
Ari Ackerman, Joe Borelli, thank you both for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.